Welcome back to the Boytime channel. Today we are listening to Brave Little Abacus. Just got back from the Discomfort. We're all right. I actually got it right. Cool.
There you
Look at the
go.
wheel spin so you can see all the crap we have on there. Oh, that's so close. That was so close. Wow.
So much.
Next week we're doing something different. We'll have you'll have seen the video at this point explaining what we're doing. But yeah, this week, Brave Little Abacus. Multiple people suggested this. We will put their comments on the screen. Wow. I think this was on
There
the My
you go.
Chemical Romance video. At least I would assume so.
I think so.
So both of us have zero knowledge at all about this.
Nope.
But I have their Wikipedia up. And apparently they were formed in 2007 and split up in when was it, 2012?
Oh,
So my suspicion was correct that they uploaded their stuff on Spotify last year or in 2020, but it's not when it came out.
gotcha.
So the one we're listening to today came out in 2010. It is their last album, I believe. Can check that real quick. Looks like they have something else from 2012, but I don't know. People recommended this
Okay.
one, so this is like the good one, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
the comment described it as like emo-ish, but
Yes.
Wikipedia said like art rock, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for it. Long song titles, that type of album cover, like I'm ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's like varying song lengths even. You know, you got your 6.5 minutes and then you got a minute 20 and 2 minutes. It's
I'd
kind
love
of
to see it.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think Spotify playlist wise it's in Midwest emo and math rock,
Yes.
which I didn't know that those two really intersected, but I've been wrong before.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like one of those where like you can't classify the genre apparently.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm trying to pull up
reminds me-
lyrics because I want to get into the lyrical content because I've been yelled at too many times about not listening to lyrics. I do it when it's hip hop, but then I like always forget about it when it's like a singer songwriter or like a art pop, and it's like, why do I do that? So I'll have those up for reference. But I guess we can just jump right in.
Cool.
All right. First song, Pile, No Pile, Pile.
Wow.
Indecisive Andy.
And very loud about it.
A lot of noise right away.
Yeah.
It's like Blink 182. He's like doing a Blink 182 impression.
Yeah, I
kinda.
know. I'm trying to picture like that guy in the
Mhm.
album cover doing this, and it's kind of making me laugh.
This is crazy. I hear his voice and then I just hear all the instrumentation doing like perfect things. It's so weird.
It's kind of like the Black Country thing. Where, like,
A little
the
bit,
first
yeah.
album,
It's
he's
just
just
like-
kind of like, yeah,
It's just the
talking.
other side of the spectrum where it's like he's doing the
Right.
most.
Yeah.
So now a relationship that was totally meaningless and trivial is over. So I get to
Jim Carrey?
He's back?
He gets around.
Wait, that's from Malcolm in the Middle.
That was Bryan
crazy.
Cranston?
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Title or not title track. First track. Pile, No Pile, Pile.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah.
If this was suggested on the My Chemical Romance thing, I think I see why. I could also see it for Black Country though.
Mm-hmm.
This
Could
is
also see it for
that
Wilco.
kind of vibe. That could be too. That could be too. I like this better than Wilco though, so far.
There's more energy,
Um,
but yeah,
yeah.
same kind of style. I feel kind of it's that analog texture-y kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the instrumentation on this thing. Those drums were so like they had like a weird quality. It was like they like stuffed like a bunch of like t-shirts or something in the
It's
drum
like
to
the
make it.
mix was so like not flat, but everything was on the same plane. But
Yeah,
like there was still you could still hear everything clearly. It was really interesting.
it's definitely unique,
Mm-hmm.
in a good way. I do like that song. Um, Big thumbs up for me.
Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. I need to remember to like the songs that I like, but yeah, the vocals were like you had to get used to them for like the first 3 minutes, but then like
Yeah,
I felt like as the track went on, they felt like they fit more and more. Could
I
just be
agree.
me warming up to them, but I love that like very eccentric and over the top thing, and then you have the calming like guitar to balance it out, and then like
Mhm.
that little freak out and that horn section flying all over the place. It's like that's crazy. That was like
Mhm.
fantastic arrangement. And they used the whole 6 minutes and 20 seconds besides the last 30 seconds, but I needed a breather after that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fantastic intro. So,
Mhm. I think I'm gonna agree with you on the vocals because I, you know me, I
oh yeah,
would absolutely hate that.
yeah,
But do think that it's a nice juxtaposition.
hmm
So if that continues throughout the album where he's gonna keep singing like that, I think like having those instruments be like very cohesive and like working together and kind of like on the same plane, I think that works really well. Uh just that contrast.
it is
So
good.
I mean we'll see
Yeah.
where it goes from here, but
All right.
very nice.
Please don't cry. They stopped hours ago.
Now it's a Ramones
All right.
song.
Wow, that is very like Strokes Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
You got synths in this thing too?
They got everything.
Oh, they're so smooth on transitions though.
Mhm.
This literally is like a Black Country like the other side. It's
Yeah.
interesting. It feels like he's gonna hit the wrong note every time, but he hits the right note like right at the last second.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like it's teetering right on the edge.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting Wilco throwbacks in the best way possible. Oh boy. You kidding me? That's gonna transition or something? That's wild.
Frick.
Dang it. Alright, please don't cry, they stopped hours ago.
That one was very nice also.
Yeah.
Um I think I probably prefer Pile No Pile Pile, but I did enjoy that one quite a bit. Um it really had an arc to it.
Mm-hmm.
That was enjoyable to ride out. And that explosion at the end was very nice.
It was so well put together. Like
Yeah.
that sounded like one of like the best like fills of a rock song when it gets to that peak. They just
Mhm.
pulled it out of nowhere after like doing these weird synth things and everything. But yeah, this is fantastic. The Guinea Welco, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot vibes, which is good. Especially with like those keys that came in and kind of like did their thing during like the bridge thing. It adds a little bit of like that higher pitch thing after the mix has been kind of with these guitars and drums and things. But
Mhm.
also getting Black Country things where every song kind of has a journey with it and it goes through these different stages and all of them are so great. But
Yeah.
even just his vocals, I think they're doing the thing. I don't know if it's like a dissonant chord or something where he like intentionally goes off and it seems like he's hitting the wrong note, but then it comes back like at the very end of his like his refrain and it like resolves its own thing in its own refrain, which is nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. He's doing something with
It's
his
weird.
voice. It's like
Yeah.
he's putting a lot of strain on it, which is like forcing it to like hit off notes. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know exactly what he's doing. It's hard to figure out without just doing it and
Yeah.
then like seeing how it feels.
I mean, the best example I have is How to Disappear Completely by Radiohead. They have like that last swelling sequence where the chords go off and it's a very like tense and like unnerving thing, and then it resolves. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I can think of when he does that. So, but
Yeah, but there's no like tension here. I'm not getting like,
it's just
you know, I'm-
very like off for a second and then it clicks.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm kind of getting at. But
I guess, yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
but yeah, I am so in.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
I think we go 3 and
We'll
4
do a
just because they're both,
twofer?
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go Boys Theme, and then The Highway Got Paved Over My Future. I Drive It Getting to School. It's a banger track name.
Yeah, that is a good one. Great transition, by the way.
Fantastic.
Do they have like the outside mic so you can hear when they're clicking in on the accordion?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That's how you follow that up.
I was so calm. It just like
I was too.
interrupted me.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. This is what they meant by art rock.
Yeah.
Wow. God, how do you do synths that well and do that well? That's crazy.
I don't know. That's gonna turn into.
And you have a
something
guitar
really-
riff that's cute. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Boys Theme and the Highway one. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Mess it up eventually.
What a 2-track run.
Oh boy. I
Um,
knew I was going to like this, but I didn't realize it was going to like be like right up my alley this much.
Boys theme is. I love Boys theme.
It's so good.
That was very nice. That could have been like 7 minutes and just been that nice accordion for.
It's crazy how an accordion can sound that nice by itself.
I know. It's like, oh, it made me feel like so nostalgic,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess is the point.
Midwest
Um,
emo, baby.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And then you follow that up with like a really solid like rock song, which like really on like if I put that on paper where it's like really nice accordion song and then you follow that up
Stop,
with a
and
loud
then-
explosive rock thing,
Mhm.
like I would have been like, no, that's not dumb. That's not how you transition. But it works really well.
It's a good change of pace.
Yeah, it was great. Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I,
Like
I
the
love that
trumpet.
they put Boys Theme as the extended outro of track 2 because it does stand enough as like its own song. But like if you tack it on to the second track, then it does make it like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But man, the fourth track sounds like it could have been like an early Black Midi record, and this was 12 years ago, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but everything is just working so well. It's kind of crazy how like the plays are so low on Spotify here. I'm not sure like the history of this record in terms of if
Yeah.
it was possibly like if it was popular for the time or not. But man, this stuff
No
is
idea.
fantastic. I'm just loving it. Lyrical content, I'm liking this kind of it's like very specific picture-esque, right? It's like very specific to like one thing, but it's like the Phoebe Bridgers stuff where it's like very specific, but it's wide enough where you can kind of cling on to things, which I'm a big fan of. I love that stuff, but it's not like the soothing Phoebe Bridgers thing where the voice is just an angel. This one, it's just like he's all over the place, but
Yeah.
I think it fits. I'm loving it.
Good stuff.
All right, track 5, the blah blah blahs. Oh my god.
Every single sound, it's like every song is so different, but it's so good.
Oh.
That Sonic jumping on the right ear.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, Sufjan, calm down.
Okay.
My god. Wow, that might be the best one, honestly.
I mean, it's definitely the most impressive.
Yeah, that's nuts.
The absolute goal you have to put a trombone in a rock song.
They mixed it right at the front too, so it like covered the vocals. It was like a presence to be known.
Yeah.
Oh, just like the synths in the beginning, and then like again that trombone, the vocals getting covered, and the whole song's premise being like being too caught up about like what you did in the past or like what's coming up and not living right now. Basically the blah blah blahs being like his head being like, what do I have to do next, or what did I do back then that's going to affect me now? And then just that clarity at the end, that just absolute beautiful synth outro. That's the first one that really broke through songwriting wise, where it's like, whoa.
That's
I love
some
it.
impressive
I
stuff.
love it.
I mean, I couldn't even hear it. Like I was.
Exactly. It's like muffled too.
Yeah.
I think that's like the thoughts like intruding still, and the trombones just like covering up everything.
Yeah.
But man, that song's good.
That was a good one
Oh.
for sure. We're on a runner.
Yeah, I haven't had anything negative to say yet, like or any
Yeah.
any critique or anything. It's crazy. All right, we got a 6.5 minute one coming up here.
Alrighty.
Can't run away from it, I guess. Ha.
Very funny joke. Oh, Jack
Oh my
Johnson.
god. Think I would have ascended if we didn't have to pause there after that outro.
For sure. Yeah.
It won't be that bad again. Because pain can feel an infinite.
This is a straight Wilco song right now.
Yeah. That one wasn't my favorite. I think, comparing this to Pile No Pile Pile, I think that song did a whole lot more with that time. I only compare it to that one because they're both 6.5 minutes long. Where this one was very slow, kind of chugging along. I was in with the acoustic guitar. That's like my cheat code. You put in a nice acoustic guitar, make it a nice ballad, I'll probably be in. But I think it was too long for what it was. And then there was that like minute and a half long synth thing. So that one's not for me, but we'll see what happens next.
I suppose. Yeah. No, I really like that one. That's the one where I felt the most Wilco influence, just because it was acoustic and it had those kind of Wilco-isms throughout it. But not to compare everything to everything else. But yeah, just like songwriting wise and everything, I really liked the outro. It's a little weird when we're doing a reaction of it because we're not continuously listening to the music. But I love elongated outros and stuff like that. This one wasn't as peaceful as the other one, but I love the little things that would change in it just to keep it moving a little bit. But songwriting's fantastic. Seems like disassociation type stuff for themes. Kind of being like trapped in a room and that kind of thing is what I was kind of getting from it. Very abstract writing still, so it's hard to, like, I had one that broke through, so I'm gonna at least give myself credit for that one. But
Okay.
no, yeah, it's fantastic still. I guess we'll move on. Untitled continued.
Alrighty.
And we're back.
Yeah. I did not transition into anything.
The wind chimes.
They're just doing every single instrument they
They
could
are.
find.
All right, Untitled continued.
That one was all right. That one's not one that I'm going to be super passionate about either way. I think it was just a pretty solid rock song,
Yeah,
which
definitely felt like the
Right.
most straightforward, like, rock song, quote unquote, compared to everything else on here, at least.
right. I mean, they still had their weird like instrumental choices that you wouldn't find on like a normal rock song, because there was the horns and there was the wind chimes and all that stuff.
Xylophone.
Right. But I think just in compared to everything else that we've already listened to, this one was just kind of like, let's just rock out, have a good time.
Yeah. And even when they do so, everything's calculated. It's math rock. Everything seems like it's right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I guess the song is just about a breakup with a band member, or like the band had issues or something.
Well, I mean,
which-
if this is their last album.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense with it. But yeah, I still no complaints. I think just the pacing that they go through with all these is really great. With and what's my favorite thing about this genre is, like, every time it feels like something gets stale, there's a switch and it happens and it feels natural. But seeming good. I think even in the album wise, after that long outro, I think just a straightforward like jam is needed.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we'll do track 8 and track 9. I'm feeling
Okay.
Abaid, or Morning Love Song, and then Abadi, whatever, I don't know how to say it. And then track 9, yeah, It's Not What You Think It Is. Wow, I didn't even realize it changed songs. That was smooth.
In the morning, I'll be This is my resignation from the imaginary underground.
That's gonna keep. Oh wait, no, it isn't.
Oh, I don't know.
It
Okay.
like ended at the very
All right.
end. All right.
Those were 2 in there. There was 2 songs in there.
Somehow.
I got lost. In a
Yeah,
good
I
way,
don't know
but I got
when it
lost.
switched.
Yeah, it was a seamless transition, so I'm glad I randomly picked that.
Yeah. I wonder if they're all gonna flow into each other.
It kind of seems like it.
Kind of sounded like that one could
Mm-hmm.
transition in the next one too. What'd you think of It's Not What You Think It Is and Abu Dia Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi Dee Abu Da. I really like both of them. I think I liked It's Not What You Think It Is better.
think I would agree.
just because we got another breakthrough in songwriting. So, fantastic songwriting at that. I think just the line, why is it that when we sneeze, there's a chance we'll die, is like the whole premise of that song, where it's like overthinking does nothing and it's stupid and you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because there's like a myth where like if you sneeze, your heart stops momentarily or whatever, but that's like never
Right.
going to kill anybody. So it's like, why even think about it? But yeah, this whole songs thing is just overthinking and never being comfortable, which as a serial overthinker, I relate to that. And the way
Yeah.
he puts it is like very, very, very good. And it's weird because the songwriting's at such a high level here, but like he's screaming it and it's mixed into the mix where it's like not super clear. So
Yeah, like I can barely understand
exactly,
them
yeah.
sometimes.
But I mean, instrumentals are fantastic again. I feel like I'm just a broken record. Every time it needs to switch, it switches. Every time it needs to slow down, it slows down. But yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? I thought that those two were pretty good. Definitely a nice change of pace from where Untitled left off. You know, these felt a little bit more fleshed out, and maybe it's because we're listening to those two together. Like if we listen to
I think so.
Untitled into
Yeah.
these two, then it would probably
Yeah, these
feel
two
better.
felt like a pair, so I'm glad we
Yeah.
chose that.
But also the end of Untitled transitioned. So I wonder if there's just like this big block.
There might
Where,
be,
like-
which might flow even better.
Yeah, I
But-
don't know. But yeah, I think it's not what you think it is. Probably the best one out of those three.
I think I would agree. Yeah.
I really like that. It was like that big explosion at the end, like and the build up for like the majority of it. It felt earned, and I
It
really
felt the most
enjoyed
earned
that.
out of all of them, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, very excited to
Epic.
see how this thing's gonna close out.
I'm sad that it's almost over, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're going to do the next two together because one is like an interlude thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alston, Massachusetts, December 2009 to January 2010, a classic. And then, what is this one? Bug Infested Floorboards. Can we please just leave this place now?
That is an out of tune guitar.
Yes, it is. And I actually really like it.
I know you would.
Transition.
Interesting.
Big enough to get your feelings hurt.
Another Malcolm in the Middle sample. All right, those two.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the titles because they're both extremely long. Track 10 and 11, I guess.
Track 10 was fine. It was just a little interlude thingy. A nice little bridge from the little 3-track run into, I guess, my guess is that these
The last leg here.
two
Yeah,
are
I'm
gonna-
guessing so.
So I think that's just a little
Mm-hmm.
way to get over it. It was not my favorite. That guitar hurt my ear. So no more of that, thank you. But Bug Infested Floorboards was very nice. That one was, I think, pretty on par with some of the like big ones in the top. Like, you know, Pile No Pile Pile.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, the Blah Blah Blahs, stuff like that, where there's a lot of like mini arcs that are going and they all like flow well together. really cohesive stuff. I don't know what that sample was at the end, but it was very familiar to
It's
me.
Malcolm in the middle again.
Oh,
It's the
of
third on the
course.
record, actually. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. So they just are a
They
big
just really
Bryan
like Malcolm in the
Cranston.
middle. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. But yeah, big fan of this. Excited to see how it'll close out.
Yeah. I also like these two a lot. I actually like track 10 more than track 11, which is a little weird. But
That is weird.
I don't know. I just really love. It reminds me of the last song in some rap songs, where it's a very like distorted version of a song, but it tells so much through like an out of tune guitar, where it's like there's moments of like this is the note it's actually supposed to be, but then it's covered in like the guitar being out of tune, so it goes to all these different areas that don't sound quite right. But I don't know. I really liked it. It was interesting. It was a nice way to break up the sections from loud to quiet and then back into it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's just close her out then.
All right.
Orange, blue with stripes.
We've entered the spooky zone.
Entered the synth organ zone.
I wanted to be selfishly how I wanted. Want a human read my QQ tears. You are not heard. He is not me. What way before now?
At some point it stops.
Gotta end with the Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah, that was good. All right. That was the last track.
All right.
It's over.
I think that was a pretty good closer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really has like legs to really stand on its own. Like I'm probably not going to be listening to that one by itself, but in the context of the album, I think it's very good at kind of encapsulating a lot of the different sounds and motifs that have been kind of present throughout. So I think it's successful.
It referenced lyrics in like 3 songs, so it literally did that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
No, I like it. I like the last part of the second to last track, and then this one seemed to end on a little bit more of a positive note. So there's a little bit of an uptick. They made it a
Sure.
little bit more with the synths and stuff, but yeah, I was not expecting something this good, and like everything just works so well. It's so technically impressive, and the vocalist is so weird and nothing like I've ever heard before. But like,
yeah.
it's like something that you would hear randomly, and you'd hear his voice and you laugh at it. But like at the same time, like I didn't, because the songs were like so well written and everything. It's so strange. But no, everything
Yeah.
everything about this I'm loving. I'm gonna have to give it like a lot more listens. But I liked every single song on Spotify. So
Okay.
major hit. Loving this thing. I don't even know favorite tracks. I feel like the whole thing just flows together perfectly. I don't know if I have favorites, but I don't know. I feel like the blah blah blahs and like the intro track and stuff were like really ones that stood out, at least.
Yeah. I think for me, if we're talking about the album as a whole, I think it's a little bit top heavy for me. Like 7, 8, and 9, I essentially kind of view as one Mondo track. Like they all flow into each other. Again, as someone who has not been paying attention to the lyrics, I'm just basing this on how they sound. And then 11 and 12, well, no, they don't work together. Well, they do, but
They kind of do, but not instrumentally wise. Yeah.
yeah, they don't like flow into each other like 7, 8. But I think like Boys theme, Highway Got Paved Over, the blah blah blahs, Pile, No Pile, Pile. So those are like absolute slam dunks. And I don't think that maybe any of the individual tracks from the latter half of the album really got to that point for me. Maybe like listening to the 7, 8, 9 arc like in its complete, like, you know, how it's intended.
Final form.
Yeah, that might change my opinion. but just based on how we did this reaction here, I don't know. I think those individual tracks in the top do some crazy stuff. They do a lot of arcs and do a lot of different things to really, get the runtime to be like adequate. It has good pacing. That's what I'm looking to say. But yeah, very good. You know, from knowing absolutely nothing going in, very impressed. That was a good suggestion to
Yes.
those people that suggested
Definitely one of my favorites that we've reacted to.
it.
Although there's been a lot of really good ones. So,
Yeah.
but join us next time for, we don't know yet. You'll know at this point. We'll be doing something different next week. So no wheel spin this week. You get the week off wheel.
Sorry, Wheel.
But subscribe if you're liking what we're doing. You can always comment what you want us to react to. We'll add it to our Mondo wheel with like 30 things on it. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll get picked soon rather than later. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have an outro, so
Auf Wiedersehen.
Guten Tag.